Hello.
Hey, everybody. We're back again to talk some NFL football.
Yes.
We're
heading into week 10, but first we'll recap week 9.
Yeah, week 10. Man, week 10. There's only 16 weeks. But then
17.
we got play. That's right, 17 weeks. But then we got playoffs, and they're talking about maybe expanding the playoffs if there's more COVID stuff pops up. But we won't get into all that stuff. Before we do our picks for week 10, though, like you said, we got to recap week 9.
Let's do a little tribute, though, because a television icon passed away.
Oh, yeah, Alex Trebek did pass away this week. All right, let's go in. Let's do a little recap on week 9. We had the Packers-Niners on Thursday night.
This wasn't even close.
No, he was back to his good old self again as the quarterback of the Packers.
And the 49ers are so painfully injury-riddled that it's ridiculous.
And they lost another player or two during the game, didn't they? It was like, man, that's a mash unit right there waiting to happen. Yeah, the Packers won that one pretty easy, 34-17. So a 17-point win in the NFL is a pretty big margin of victory. So that was pretty much a domination. And then we'll jump up into Sunday and your painful game.
Oh, boy.
Panthers, Chiefs.
Barely got squeaked out.
Man, the Chiefs won 33-31.
Lost on a last-second field goal miss.
Just like 2 weeks ago when they missed on the 62-yard field goal to the Saints. Man, think they lost to the Saints by a missed field goal.
We've been mainly competitive throughout the whole season.
The Patriots have been really competitive. They just
haven't squeaked out the.
They just can't those close games. They just haven't been able to get that win. But they're a young team, and they will grow.
They're showing potential. That's awesome how well they've really played against Kansas City, because really they should have got blown out. Yeah,
they haven't been losing 33-10 or nothing. They've been competitive.
They've been competitive in almost every game they've played.
Even losing, they've been competitive. So that was a really good game. We had the Broncos, Falcons. The Falcons got a lead, and
this is bizarro world.
Won again. They won 2 weeks in a row.
Do you think they finally have it all together?
Well, they're 3-1 since they got rid of their coach, right? Or 2-1? They're 2-1.
I think they're like 3 or 1.
3-1 since they got rid of their coach. So
maybe
they're a 75% winning team without
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. You never know. But
he should probably stick to his job as D coordinator.
Yeah,
that was his previous job.
That was his previous job. Yeah, we had the Seahawks at the Bills. And man, Russell Wilson did not look like Russell Wilson, did he?
And
he looked not so good.
The Seahawks defense is setting new levels for ineptitude.
That's one thing. I don't think that Russell Wilson is going to be able to keep up with how bad his defense is.
That defense is absolutely ridiculously bad.
The Bills scored 44.
I'm not trying to overemphasize that. It is terrible.
44-point loss. I mean, they gave up 44 points. That is just crazy.
You ain't going to the Super Bowl with that defense.
No, you are not going to do it. The one team that may go, we had the Bears at the Titans. The Titans pulled it back together.
And the Bears' offense continues to stink.
The Titans lost 2 in a row. The last one, I think they just wasn't ready for it, for Cincy. This week, they were ready for the Bears. And they took care of them pretty easy.
Chicago's offense needs a complete overhaul, either in the coordinator stuff or in the coaching stuff.
Or the player stuff.
It's just not working.
No, it's just not working that good. No. The Bears defense is not too bad, but man, that offense
it stinks.
That does stink, yeah. We had the Ravens at the Colts. Wasn't even really a contest. The Ravens were way better than the Colts on this day, yeah.
Yes, Lamar Jackson showed a little bit of that MVP form from last year, but the Colts held them mainly to 17 points. The Ravens did get a 2 defensive touchdown.
A defense TD, yeah. As I said, the Colts got a great defense.
But they need Phillip Rivers to continue to catch
Phillip Rivers has to be hot every week for them to win. And, Phillip Rivers, he's
wishy-washy up and down.
Up and down, yeah. We had the Lions at the Vikings.
Typical Detroit. When you get to have a golden opportunity for a win put onto you on a silver platter, they just fall apart.
You give up 34 points and lose by 14.
And they cannot stop Dalvin Cook.
No.
Who is continuing to be the workhorse for the Vikings.
Dalvin Cook is maybe
the best running
back in the game right now.
Playing like it.
At least he's playing like it is right now. He is just running all over everybody. He's cooking every team he goes up against.
Some people say Russ cooks. Dalvin cooks.
No, Dalvin cooks. Yes, he does. In our barn burner of the week, we had the New York football team Giants against the Washington football team club football team.
And the Giants get their second win of the year.
Yeah, 23-20. The W's don't get the W.
The W stands for Wumbo.
Wumbo. Everybody knows what Wumbo is.
But the two only wins that the Giants have are against the Washington team.
Ain't that really bad?
Yeah, that's ironic.
If it wasn't for Washington, the Giants would be winless.
If you thought that
the Giants could be going after Trevor if it wasn't for Washington being so bad.
But Washington did lose their quarterback to a bad ankle split.
But we had a good story of a backup quarterback coming in.
Alex Smith,
who now will be the starter, at least for the immediate.
A comeback story pretty much set for a year. Honestly.
Yeah, they say he actually may be the comeback player of the year now. So that would be a good story. That's about
coming back from a literal leg laceration and then come back to play quarterback.
Yeah. So that's actually good. I'm not a Washington fan, but I'm a
good story.
I'm a good story fan, and that's a good story. We had the Texans at the Jaguars. Texans barely held on to that one. Texans were dominating most of the time, and then let the Jaguars come back.
Deshaun Watson showing his potential without Bill O'Brien's interference.
Mm-hmm. Winning. That's all it meant. Just winning without Bill O'Brien.
And that's the one thing the Jaguars are not doing.
No, Minshew Mania has gone, and Minshew Mania is injured, and you bring in the other quarterback, and
it's not working.
It's just not working. No,
they need to go to the draft and rebuild. That's what they are. That's what they are right now.
Yeah. We had the Raiders, Chargers. That was a really
on a last second prayer, pretty much.
How many ways can the Chargers lose a football game? That's the question.
The one word that I said after that catch was dropped. Remember the word I said? Pain.
That is, yes. Last week they were lost by 1 point.
And they blew a double-digit lead to the Denver Broncos last week, and now they can't catch a late touchdown pass.
No, the winning touchdown pass
falls straight through his
hands, and
the Raiders go to.
I feel bad for the Chargers now.
The fans too, man.
Yeah.
Imagine having to watch your team invent new ways. It's like inventing the wheel.
Said, what is it? They've lost 4 games this year after being up by 10.
Yes.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's the AFC version of the Atlanta Falcons.
At least my Cowboys just suck from the beginning.
They don't get suck at the end.
But we did have a game this week where the Steelers
competed.
Yeah, the Cowboys actually competed with their third-string quarterback. I think the reason that is the Steelers had zero tape on that quarterback. They didn't know what he was going to do or what he could do or what he couldn't do.
Yeah, but the Steelers do have a habit, though, of playing down and up to their competition's level.
Yeah, but they did pull out a win. The first time in the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they are
undefeated at 8-0.
8-0.
The first time in that franchise's rich
You would have think that they would have been 8-0 at some point in time, but they never have been 8-0. That's mind-boggling to me.
They're looking for a 7th Super Bowl. That defense is definitely good enough to win a 7th Super Bowl. But
yeah. We'll just have to see how it goes because
Pittsburgh definitely has enough talent.
Yeah, but they've been winning some games weird.
Yeah,
the last second weird, odd stuff. So we'll just see how long that lasts. We had the Dolphins at the Cardinals. Surprise game of the week. Tua
performed
Tua is 2-0.
That's just cringe-worthy.
Tua and oh.
But what was not cringe-worthy is that the Dolphins squeaked out a victory.
Yeah, the Dolphins actually don't look too bad.
The Dolphins, they benefited off a dumb decision late in the fourth quarter. Cliff Kingsbury had a 3rd and 1 and decided to do a short corner route pass.
Well, why would you throw a pass from the middle of the field all the way over to the sideline for 3rd and 1?
And then even worse on 4th and 1.
When you've got the best running back the best running quarterback in the league right now. He's got more than yards than anybody.
You
And
go for
then
an
you
out
got
pass.
Kenyon Drake that could run one, and you throw an out pass on 3rd and 1, and then 4th and 1.
You don't go for it. You kick a long field goal and you barely miss.
And then you got nothing from 3rd and 1 because you threw the ball.
To be honest,
Seattle started this. I blame Seattle.
Seattle
started this. You, Seattle.
by the
Throwing
way,
the ball with 1 yard to go.
speaking
Idiots.
of which, Seattle did throw the ball on 4th and 1 this week, and Russell Wilson got intercepted on that throw.
Yes, he did. He did.
So that tells you people, those
Quit
coaches,
throwing the ball. You
on
run the
4th and
ball.
1.
I mean, if you can't run the ball and get 1 yard, you shouldn't be in you shouldn't be in football. That's just maybe I'm old school, but we had the Saints at the Bucks. Oh my
The
goodness
Cannons were
gracious!
completely broke that night.
There were no cannons. I mean, it was 31-0 at halftime.
38-3 at the end.
38-3 at the end.
This was just
Tom
a throw.
Brady threw 3 interceptions.
Two of the worst interceptions I've seen in a long time.
Brady has 7 interceptions this year.
5 of them are against New Orleans.
Against the Saints. The Saints have picked him on 5 times. They said at some point there, I think it was during the 3rd quarter, that Brady was going to throw in the towel, but he was afraid somebody would pick it off too, so he didn't. Oh, that was complete domination. I didn't honestly.
From beginning to
I
end.
didn't expect that. That is the difference. So
From top to bottom.
We've been saying all year the Saints would look better if they just had their number 1 wide receiver back.
And Drew definitely did pass the pigskin around. 11 different guys caught a football.
Yeah, and Michael Thomas comes back. It completely changes the defensive coverage, because you have to have basically 2 guys watching 1 guy now. So the rest of the field is way more open now because there's not as many people. It's just, man, Thomas is going to make it.
From top to bottom, the Saints were the better team.
Yeah, and it was a weird game to watch because
Seeing Tom Brady literally get his head flung over a toilet like that.
at one point the Bucks had 1 first down and 1 interception.
And the Saints had 3 touchdowns.
And the Saints had 3 touchdowns, and it was just
It's
crazy.
weird.
It was just crazy. And then Monday night we had the Patriots at the Jets. Man, the poor Jets.
We know a personal person of ours that is a Jet fan. Al, if you're out there,
Anywhere, Big Al. Sorry about this, man, but hey, at least you kept that tank going for Trevor.
the Jets did hold a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter and blew it promptly.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost on a last-second field goal.
Yep.
The Jets showed life.
Yeah, no, Flacco actually looked decent in that. Now, just to give a little love back to the Jets, that's the first time the Jets' 3 wide receivers have been healthy at the same time the entire year, and that changes stuff whenever you've got healthy players out there. You can ask the Saints that.
Yeah.
I mean, ask the 49ers that. They can tell you how it feels to not have healthy people. But the Jets still found a way to lose it, even with everybody healthy.
Which is troubling a little bit.
Which
It
is
says a lot
troubling.
about Adam Gase.
Yeah, I still think that they're tanking on purpose, but I didn't say that out loud. Let's go ahead and jump into Week 10. Do some quick picks here for you. Thursday night we got actually a good game. The Colts at the Titans.
Winner gets first place in the AFC South.
Winner, is first place. Next, the other one drops down to a wild card. Tennessee's favored by 2. I'm going to take Tennessee.
You want to take Tennessee?
Yeah.
I don't think Phillip Rivers is playing consistent enough.
No, Tennessee's defense still is not fantastic, but their running game is fantastic. So, and the Titans did pick up a defensive player, didn't they?
Desmond King from the Chargers.
So they did pick up another player there. Now, last week, their defense played better against the Bears. Of course, the Bears' offense sucks, so it can't really tell too much. This week, against a decent offense, we'll be able to tell just if the defense hasn't improved or not. But I'm still going to take the Titans. Sunday, we got the Bucks at your Panthers.
Okay, let's go for win number 4, baby. Let's go for win number 4.
Tampa Bay is favored by 5.
It's going to be much more competitive this time around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're gonna take the Panthers +5.
They've been really competitive in a lot of their games.
I mean,
this year.
they're losing by 1 or 2 points, not 5 points. And the Bucks obviously proved this week that they're beatable.
Yes.
They're really bad. So even if the Panthers lose, I'm thinking it's a 27-24 type game. I think it's a 3-point game, not a 5-point game. So we'll take some Panthers on that. We got the Texans at the Browns.
This will be a bounce-back game for Cleveland.
I
They've
think
got
so.
a few more pieces back.
Yeah. Cleveland sort of goes, really good. I don't know, but really good. Maybe not so good. Really good.
They bounce up and down.
This should be the really good week. So I'm going to take the Browns to win over the Texans. Because the Texans are coming off of a win, and I'm not sure they're going to win again.
Nah, I don't think they're going to win against Cleveland.
And believe it or not, we got the Lions playing a game that they're favored at.
Who would they be playing?
The Washington Football Team Club.
There you go.
Club team. Clean.
The NFC East is the NFC least this year, so I'm going to pick Detroit.
Detroit is favored by 4 points. I'm going to take that. Yeah, I think they'll beat them by more than 4 points. We got the Jaguars at the Packers. Can't say
Packers
that loud
by
enough.
20.
Yeah. They will crush them. They will beat the crap out of them. We got the Eagles at the Giants for the division lead.
No, I think the Eagles will still have the division lead because they got a better record.
Oh yeah, they've got the tie.
So the Giants can literally steal it away.
Yeah,
they can steal it away if they can play better.
If they can play better, they could. I mean, the Eagles have 3 wins, and if the Giants win this, they can have 3 wins. So, man, this is hard. I don't even want to. Why are we even talking about this? I'm gonna go ahead and take Philly just because Philly's in the lead. Let's get past that garbage. We got the Broncos at the Raiders. I'll probably take the Raiders. Raiders have been looking pretty decent lately.
Yeah, John Gruden, old Chucky, got that whole Raidership going them down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're definitely trending up here lately. We got the Chargers at the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
That'll be a good game, won't it? That will be a big game. Though I think I'll go with the Dolphins too because it's in Miami.
And the Chargers
That's
cannot hold a lead.
That's a long trip too, all the way from LA all the way down to Miami too. So we got the Bills at the Cardinals.
Really good game. Cardinals coming off a tough loss.
Mm-hmm.
Bills coming off a big win. I don't know who to pick.
It's in the Cardinals.
Do you want to give the edge to Arizona or do you want to give it to Buffalo?
I would probably lean towards Buffalo. I think Buffalo is the better team.
Yeah, but in terms of consistency, I would pick Buffalo.
Yeah,
the Bills.
I think maybe the offensive explosiveness would go to the Cardinals.
Because they do have a lot of explosive pieces.
They got a lot of explosive pieces, but they're not, like I said, they're not as consistent.
And consistency is the key.
And, yeah, plus the Bills' defense ain't too bad either. And the Cardinals' defense is
Yeah, wishy-washy.
Yeah, so just for the plus of the defense on the Bills, we're going to go Buffalo. We got the Seahawks at the Rams.
I don't know what to do here.
That's probably the toughest one. That's the toss-up.
Is putrid.
Seattle's going to give up 30-plus points. They have every game this year. Why not go ahead and do it again this week? Are the Rams going to... I mean, it's going to be a 34-30 game. 36.
If the Rams win that game, they lead the division.
At 6-3 with the straight up, yeah. I'm going to, just because...
Of Russell.
If Russell Wilson, I'm probably going to lean to Seattle. Just because...
Lean a little Seattle in that?
Wilson is the best player on the field. In that game, he's the best player on the field. So I'm going to lean towards the best player on the field.
Other than Aaron Donald.
Yeah. On the offensive side, Russell Wilson. Aaron Donald. Now that's one thing. Aaron Donald might get after Russ, but Russ, I would still lean towards the best player, which is Wilson there. Let's just see what happens. Got the 49ers at the Saints by 10-plus points. The
49ers are literally a hospital. You know why? All the injuries. They got 13 players on the IR.
I think they lost another one or two, so it might be 15 now.
I feel so bad for them.
I do, yeah. I feel bad for them. No, I don't. I don't much like the 49ers. Nah. We got the Bengals at the Steelers.
The Steelers do play close to their competition, so...
Yeah, and Big Ben, just a quick note, Big Ben is on the COVID list right now. So, but he's only on the short-term COVID list because he doesn't have it. He was just in the vicinity of somebody who has it. So he's on it for 5 days. If he tests negative, then he will be allowed to go back onto the field Saturday. But he will only have 1 day of practice.
which can be a little troubling.
Can be a little troubling, but I'm still gonna go the Steelers. I ain't gonna pick the Bengals over the Steelers.
But Joe Burrow is the future of Cincinnati.
Joe Burrow's the future of that division for a big part. I think he may end up being the best quarterback. Ben's on his latter years.
Lamar is still there.
Lamar is up and down too.
Baker can be up and down.
Baker's up and down. I think Burrow may end up being the most consistent one after Ben. Now Ben's the most consistent, but he's in his latter years. He could be retiring in another year or two,
which I don't want to see.
No, I don't want to see that. But Burrow, I think Burrow may be the best quarterback in the future of that league. Now I could be wrong, but he looked good. We got the Ravens at the Patriots.
I'm gonna pick Baltimore.
I'm gonna pick Baltimore in that one too.
The Patriots did squeak by the New York Jets.
That's the reason I'm picking the Ravens. They squeaked by the Jets. They gave up 30 points or something to the 27 points.
27 points to the Jets.
So if they'll give 27 points to the Jets, the Ravens are just going to score 50. Man, the Patriots defense did look bad, didn't it?
They've lost a lot of people from last year.
They've got what, eight players on the COVID list decided not to even play this year. And then now their salary cap is so high from where
they won't be able to get anybody.
They can't get anybody, and so
that's the problem.
The Patriots are honestly probably right there with San Francisco with number of players they can't use. so that's why the Patriots are having a struggle this year. So we will take the Ravens. And last but not least, Monday Night Football. We got the Vikings at the Bears.
Since the Bears' offense is so bad, and Minnesota, I'm going to pick Minnesota.
I probably would lean towards Minnesota too, just because
Dalvin Cook is such.
Dalvin Cook's going to run for 800 yards again for 10 touchdowns. He's the best player on that field. He is, no matter.
Either they pass to him out of the backfield or give him a straight up the middle. Well, the thing is, the Bears' run defense is pretty good.
Wouldn't you like to see the Titans versus the Vikings? Man, just put Cook and Henry on the field, give each one of them a football, and let them go at it. We don't need anybody else out there. Nobody else needs to be on the field. Just those two players. But anyways, that is the NFL for the week. We hope you had a little fun with us.
Click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and
leave
a comment down below and tell us what you think is going to happen this week.
Yeah, and hit the groovy baby button
somewhere over my
somewhere
face.
over there. Other than that, we'll be back again next week with some more NFL.
See you next week.